Hello and welcome. My name is Mayuri and I'm back at the My Tiles Experience Center in Bangalore, bringing you the subway tiles that we spoke about in the first part. And now in the second part, we'll be talking to you more about how you can use these beautiful tiles, how can you install them, what is needed to maintain them, and the newer options that keep getting added on in this category. Subway tiles are extremely versatile, as you all know, and we've shown you in the previous part. If you haven't watched it, do check out the link below for Subway Part 1. But that's something that I really wanted to get down to it right away. So let's dive into what do we have in store today for you.
My Tiles has a huge collection of subway tiles. You will be spoiled for choice. If you want to check out the subway category, just go and click on the tab and you'll be able to see all the options that you have to choose for your own home or your project. Save, scan and shop for these tiles at mytiles.com or at My Tiles Experience Center.
Metallic tiles are for your grand and glam elements in your design. Be it silver, chrome, gold or any other metallic finish, they always hold a very versatile and a unique look. Use them sparingly so that they do not get overcrowded or too gaudy. So here we are looking at the 3D metallic tiles. These 3D metallic tiles have a lot of options in them, like silver, chrome, etc. These can be used to glam up your spaces. You will find similar ones which are non-metallic ones in different category of subways, but this one I wanted to particularly show you under the metallic category. Printed and geometric tiles have an innate capability that they come in various tones, textures and styles. So now we're talking about the novel tiles. I'm going to walk you through a lot of options, but let's quickly understand what novel tiles are, right? Novel tiles are nothing but, as the name suggests, they are something which is very unique, something new, right? Interesting enough to catch your eye. And that's exactly what we're going to walk you through in this entire section. So now what we're looking at are the most gorgeous tiles with a lot of interesting authenticity attached to them, a lot of hard work that goes behind them. We are looking at the handcrafted or handmade artisanal tiles. These are made in India tiles, by the way, and they're absolutely gorgeous. If you look at these beautiful tiles that have been laid in front of you, they have those textural uniqueness in each of these. They have some unevenness at the corners and the edges, but this is what really makes them unique, right? Because every tile, since has been handcrafted, it is unique and different from the other, but still similar in terms of pattern, look, color as well. They have different standard sizes, like standard shapes like rectangle and square, but apart from that you will get them in some very interesting shapes like triangles, like a rhombus, diamond, leaf structure. So many different shapes are available. You can, these are very nice thick ones as well over here that you can see. Artisanal tiles are beautiful because of their imperfections. That makes them really, really, especially connoisseurs who can really appreciate the beauty of handmade. All of you all also who appreciate handmade stuff, these are the tiles that you can really come looking for, and you'll find them interesting and unique only because every tile is unique and different with those details in them. If you look at colors, there are many options. Let me show you a couple of them from the box as well. So if you look at this one, this is a beautiful texture, black and a little bit of gold. Again, a very nice tile which can add that bit of a glam and rusticness together. The beauty of glaze meeting rustic is that it provides it that very nice texture and look. So glazed tiles that have rustic textures, they make a perfect fit for almost every kind of space. You can blend them in with any other tile as well. Let's just look at a couple of more options over here. So I have this one which is slightly matte. Here I have a glaze and then I have something which is little bit different over here. So you have almost 2 to 3 colors of glaze that you can see over here, and then it passes on to slightly matte look. Very pretty tile, different from all of the ones that we have seen. Those look like more like solids, and this has a very good presentation. So now we are looking at something which is ready-made for you, so that you don't really have to spend a lot of time coming here and picking up and all of that. Another variety of subway tiles, which is the checkered box sets. Checkered box sets, as the name suggests, is a checkered pattern laid by these beautiful, modern and edgy, sometimes even accompanied in floral and geometric designs. These are 3D effect tiles, so if you touch them, you will get the 3D effect over here, and you have lot of colors over here. So the beauty of these, or why these box sets are popular, is that you don't really have to come here and match what will go with what. You can just pick up the entire box set and keep replicating it to make a backsplash, say for your kitchen, for your bathroom sinks, anything, any area that you can fancy. These have a lot of colors, as you can see, almost 8 options of colors, and I'm sure there are more. Plus, My Tiles allows you to customize your tiles, so those are the things that you can really explore over here. I think one thing which I would really like to call out is it makes your job super easy when you are coming here for a selection. If you like a color, just pick it up and you get these set of 9 tiles together, and that's it, you're done. So the uniqueness of these tiles or the box set is that it's a mix of 2 to 3 patterns, typically 3 patterns mixed up along with a solid over here, and then when you mix this up, it just allows you to create that particular corner to become more homely, and as some say, it could be it could create that heaven on earth effect. So definitely that's something that you can use and draw out from these checkered box sets. Well, now we are looking at the fluted tiles, fluted subways. These are slightly smaller in terms of their size, as well as the flutes are slightly more minute than the ones that we have previously seen. So we did want to bring some more attention to these for you. Now these particular subways, they are of course identified by the sleek lines, right, the design and the minimalistic look that they bring. Their edges are very nice to touch, and they definitely provide that extra very evident texture to your walls, right? Now these are great for any of those Scandi, Japandi spaces where you would like to show them and display, apply them. Now in this case, if you look at the colors that are available, there are a lot of colors that we see over here. You have yellows, you have sage, navy blues, so many beautiful colors that are available. One thing which I wanted to share with you is that if you look at the pattern over here, you have fluted and then you have flat face subways of the same size right next to them. So this is another way you can lay them. The layout can be different from a typical completely fluted panel that we have over here. So this is something that I wanted to show you. So now we are looking at the duochrome series. These are a type of subway tiles that have double colors or double or triple color that create an effect when you lay them in larger spaces and the light falls on them. It creates a very interesting and almost an ultra modern look in ultra modern spaces. So where do you think we can apply these? These can be applied in bars, in really hip places, right? Restaurants. Even if you're creating something like a slick bachelor pad, these are great to be applied in your living rooms. If you want to create that bar unit background, you can definitely do that. These are absolutely easy to maintain because they just need a wipe down. So great applications in wet, semi-wet areas as well. I'll show you another variant, or rather couple of variants more that you have in this particular one. So we have another two more over here. This is a grey color one which has the similar texture. It has almost like a very nice checker texture to touch, slightly like a very slight 3D effect. This is amber. Again, can be used in day and night, semi-wet, wet areas. These are great for bar units, the backsplash for bar units. Very perfect if you have light falling on them. So now one of the topics that I always talk about, and I think that is something that I really want to share with you, is the large format geometric tiles. These are the large format geometric tiles. The beauty of these is that they come in 2x1 size, but mimic patterns or layouts of subway tiles like herringbone, like stack bond, like there are beehives as well, to give you that geometric subway look. Now one thing which is good about these tiles is that the grouting lines that you see over here are actually fog grouting or fake grouting lines. So it allows you to have that effect of herringbone or stack bond without actually putting the grouting effort or the time or even the cost associated with that while laying these patterns. All you need to do is buy 2 of these and your 2x2 is covered completely with just the 2 of these tiles. These are great for using them in say backsplashes of sinks or a kitchen backsplash. So many other applications that you can think of. Even in bathrooms they have great applications. Now here if you look at another strength that these tiles have is that they have a lot of color options to choose from. So you have blush pink, you have creams, you even have textured ones over here. If you look at this one over here, this is a textured or like a marble finish that you see over here. Then you have blue, green, aqua, brick, off-white. Then you have some teals, gorgeous teals. And then if we look at something minimal like this one, right? So if I show you this one over here, this is a beehive one which I'm showing you. You have very bold black and white. So if you see over here, most of the designs have white grout, but here you have black grout. So another very interesting pattern in which you can lay these tiles over here and show you can really lay them out and still actually save up on time, effort and money. So I just wanted to share these two. Let's move on to the next section, which is the installation bit for you. So now we are going to understand what is really installation of subway tiles, how do we do it, what's important to note while you have them installed either by an expert or by a tile layer. Always discuss out these options. So the first thing which we want to talk to you about is subway tiles need to be grouted using 2 mm or 5 mm spacers. Spacers are extremely important. Skimping on spacers is a very bad idea for many reasons, and I'll explain those to you. So this plastic thing which you see over here like a little X is called a spacer. This is a 2 mm spacer that I'm holding in my hand. You have 5 mm, you have different type of sizes depending on the type of tile you're going for. So here we've already put some for for you to easily understand what really the spacers do. So here spacers basically help create that outline where the grout is going to get applied basically. Now the grouts are of 2 types. One is a cement based, one is epoxy based. There are different kinds of adhesives as well. But these are 2 main ones that we'll discuss today, along with what we really need to do. So when you grout something, grout is not just for aesthetic reason. Grouting is not something that you just apply so that it looks neater, cleaner, but it also allows you support to support the tile from all 4 sides, right? And that's very important, because when you do that, your grime, your dust that actually create or reduce the longevity of your tile get over here, seep over here. So using a good amount of space, good amount of spacers, good amount of grout, good type of quality of grout is very important. So now that we've shown you how the installation process needs to be followed, let's understand what can make it really better. Specifically grout, right? So typically when you're looking for something very neutral and you don't want to make the subway tile look very bold, you can go for neutral grouts like white, off-white, grey. There are many colors available in grouts today. You also have sparkling grout. So if suppose I was doing this particular white color subway and I wanted to give it a bolder look, I could go for a black or a darker grey grout, and if I wanted to glam it up further, maybe this one or any other space, then I could actually use tinted or sparkling grout. That adds that little bit of glitter and it makes the tile look really nice, and the space looks a little bit more glam. So these are the ways that you can apply different types of grout along with different type of tiles. So now let's talk about the maintenance of subway tiles. Maintenance of subway tiles is not, very different from all the typical tiles that we have discussed, right? General ways of cleaning them up. But you can make a maintenance routine for these. Simple things that you can use is if you have subway tiles that are applied in, say, kitchens where there's heavy cooking, with curries, etc. Ensure that you use a nice white wet cloth to wipe it. Otherwise, in other applications, you can use a dry microfiber cloth to clean them up on a daily basis. You can also do a once in a week wet cleaning that can happen. And if you're looking to, say, wipe them down for a deep cleaning purpose, use a mild cleaner that is available in stores that are they are available in many stores out there. Just go to a hardware store and you can get these mild cleaners. Ensure that you don't use acid based or bleached based cleaners, because what they will do is they will go and break down the grout, break down the texture of the tile. They can seep through the tiles material and then cause breakage, damage. They'll make the tile more brittle. So that's something that you need to prevent. Rest, I think if you follow these instructions, your tiles longevity will increase and you will always have them shiny. So all of you all have questions with, have been sharing a lot of questions with us. The most important question that you asked us is, are subway tiles difficult to install? So the answer to that question is, well, depends, yes and no. So if you're going for, say, an intricate pattern like herringbone or say chevron pattern, that is definitely a laborious task to install them, because you're taking each tile and installing them at 45 degrees, 90 degrees. So definitely that is something that is going to take more time and effort and precision. Whereas if you're going for, say, patterns like stack bond, like say basket weave, these are still fairly easier and can be easily installed. Brick pattern, for example, is a very easy one to install. So therefore it takes little bit less time and effort. However, grouting effort is almost similar in both, but the laying time can be more. If you want to reduce this time, you can also look at, say, geometric tiles that are 2x1, which already have that laid out pattern. So that's another thing where you can actually have a intricate pattern being laid out, which is a pre-made tile, right? So that's something that you can look at as an option. Let's look at the next question that you all have. So, well, your next question is, which are the tiles that are actually trending? Which are the subway tiles that are currently trending? So to that question, my answer would be, you have lot of trending tiles, but let me just pick 3 or 4 which are coming from top of my head. One is definitely, because all subway tiles are, glazed and they're very glossy, you can look at, say, some geometric glazed tiles, right? Like, you have 3D tiles, you have metallic tiles, you have fluted tiles. These are the ones that are really hot and trending. So if you're looking at something which is most popular, these are the ones that are really, really popular and trending right now. So your next question is, which colors are really, really hot right now, trending right now in subway tiles? Well, you look at the variety behind me, right? Glossy whites and off-whites are making a comeback, but still colors are in. We all love colors as Indians. So over here, when we look at, say, colors, I'm going to talk about the top 3 or 4 colors over here. You're definitely going to look at a lot of grays, lot of whites, lot of teal, aqua, black for that matter. These are most trending colors within subway tiles. So here we are looking at some nice fluted ones, and then you also have some interesting colors over here. These are all subways. So we are now also looking at some very interesting finishes, right, in these colors. So you have some rustic finishes, and then there are some pops of, say, red, brick colors, some metallic finishes, details that are of metallic, there are some metallic details that are present on these beautiful colors. You also have colors like, copper and say chrome as well. So these are some very interesting colors and options that you can look at when we are just talking about colors and effects. So layouts are of course an outcome of your aesthetic preferences. So the question over here is, what type of layouts are top or trending. So therefore I said that, you know, it depends upon your personal choice, what are your aesthetic preferences. But if you were to ask me, typically most people come and when they reach out to us, they would always want, say, the tile, subway tile to be laid in herringbone pattern. It's one of the most popular patterns which we have seen a lot in this video itself and the previous one. Then you have stack bond, which I have over here. This is beautifully laid in a stack bond pattern, one above the other in vertical fashion. There is another layout pattern, which is the basket weave, which we're looking at over here in this nice brick red subway tile. So these are popular choices. You have more like classic styles like brick pattern, right, which is a very classic one, but it still can be used in relevant spaces. So almost all different type of layouts that we had shown, almost 12 layouts we had shown you in the previous video. You can go and check them out. It's linked below. There are many patterns that are available there. It's just dependent on your personal choice and style and the aesthetic that you want, and it can be laid in that way. So all of you have those anxieties that whether subway tile is a difficult or an easy tile to maintain. So like I said, we have shared the instructions, the detailed instructions of maintenance. Subway tiles are very easy to maintain as long as you are following the instructions the way they are. You know, you have textured ones that you need to be a little bit more careful about because they have very delicate finishes. So ensure that you don't use any bleach or acid based cleaners. That is the only thing that you need to take care of. As long as that you have laid and installed them properly, there should be no trouble at all. It is pretty simple and straightforward as far as maintenance is concerned. Well, I hope you enjoy looking at all the huge collection that we have shown you, all the plethora of options that we have shown you in subway tiles, subway part 1 and subway part 2, the installation, maintenance, and all those questions that have been keeping you up at night, right? What else do we have in store is something that you're going to get to know in the next episode. But before that, please share in the comment section what you have been liking the most, which subway tile was your favorite. Also, if you have any links that you want to check out, we have already mentioned them in the description below, so do definitely go and check out. If it's the second part that you're watching, do go and check out the part 1 as well. Apart from that, if you like the content, do hit the like, share, subscribe button, share it with your friends and family, and will stay tuned for the next part of the knowledge series, the next episode that we're going to be bringing to you very soon. Until then, hasta la vista.